All right, boys and girls. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the great state of Florida. Just got home from work a little bit ago. You guys know Birch is open 7 days a week. There's a lot of dealerships out there that are closed on Mondays or closed Sunday, Monday, but Birch is too busy, man. We can't. It really helps having OCC right next door. It's like the two businesses like bleed traffic into each other. It's kind of nice, actually. So I got off on time today. I'm kind of known around the dealership for getting deals at the very last second, meaning that we stay there for hours after we close. This week actually hasn't been the best week for me. I've actually kind of been struggling with some of the new job responsibilities, which we'll talk about here soon. So the wife and I guess as I get home, I like to take any chance I get where we're not already booked doing something else to come out with my wife. I like riding with her. I've been using this as an example to couples all week, actually. It's like her new, every day she's becoming more like her mom. She's got a leather tool roll now for her work. She's got a leather thigh bag around her shoulder right now. The transformation is coming just as expected. Emperor Palpatine would be proud. So some of you guys, I don't know if I mentioned it. I get kind of lost in my own footage sometimes because I am long-winded. So I'm not sure if I said anything on a video for the Easter or not, but I actually did get promoted already at Birch. But it's kind of a weird promotion where I don't know if it's really a promotion or not. I am now the inventory manager. But instead of it feeling like a promotion, it feels more like a collateral duty. For those who are in the military or have worked in places where you had collateral duties, you'll understand that maybe a little bit more. So they are giving me a very modest guaranteed salary, a little chunk, twice a month for doing this job. Like all the pictures you see on the website for Birch, that's me. If I gotta move bikes around, get them ready for, I don't know, wholesaling them or whatever. Knowing what bike is where and when. That's my responsibility. But I'm also required to sell. Which the former inventory manager was just an inventory manager. General manager's like, no, it's not my vision for this role. And they seem to think that that's a 2-hour or less job per day. And so far, it's not been the case. Some of that might be because I'm still learning how to do some of those things, but a lot of it is some of the assignments I'm given to do. It's a several-hour process. It's hard. I'm also still required to sell in order to make a decent living. So, I'm trying to balance all that out. It's really taking a toll on, one, by the time I finish my inventory stuff, I'm trying to do that so fast that I'm wearing myself out early in the day, and by the time I'm done with it, I'm ready to just relax for a little while instead of always having my sales brain going. If you guys are in sales or have been in sales, you know what I mean when I say, sales brain, your sales mindset. But anyway, so at least it gives, like today, I didn't sell anything at the end of the day. It gives me the opportunity to ride my darling bride. Probably going to take the same route that we did a couple weeks ago, maybe.
Okay.
Probably end up at that barbecue spot again.
Sounds good.
One of the good things about coming back here, you guys have seen some of these roads on the channel spaced out here and there. Back when I was doing my original moto vlog content, which is not on this channel. It's actually on a separate channel. My patrons actually have access to those videos. It's a whole separate channel. I made those videos unlisted a couple years ago. And my patrons, I called it the Brunch, or the Origin series. And I can't wait to get to a different motorcycle.
What?
What?
It'll still have to be loud.
Not that loud. Whoever thought having a loud motorcycle would be a problem, right?
Exactly.
Oh boy, these are some of my favorite roads, and I've been back here, on several occasions on multiple bikes. So a few weeks ago, again on a Sunday, wife and I were able to get out together. We came this same route along these same roads that I love so much. We ended up in Is it Land O'Lakes? Yes, Land O'Lakes. At this barbecue spot, and we liked it so much. Not that the barbecue place is absolutely a must-have destination, but the ride to get there is pretty fun. At least the long route that we take. There are faster ways to get there.
It's a nice ride.
Yeah, it's a real nice ride. You'll see. Yeah, I'll try to keep you try to keep you engaged. That's always the struggle, though, on the YouTube, right? Is keep the audience engaged. I'll try to keep you engaged as we go through. Like this road in particular. I just want to point out how pretty this is back here. I made an Instagram post very recently. It might have even been yesterday or Friday or something. And it was a video, a reel, where I said something like Florida riding is the best riding. There's a couple who agree, but so many people were like, oh, we got flat, straight roads, that sucks. Oh, you need to come ride here. Chances are, unless you're in the Pacific Northwest, I've ridden wherever it is you think I should be riding. And I say it over and over again. It's not a dig on anybody's state. I don't need to turn a lot to have a good time riding a motorcycle. I love, like back here, I should have turned the camera on sooner. I love a perfectly paved road, nice and shady. I like looking over and there's pastures with wooden fences and, smelling all the cow and horse go by. Those things are like complimentary to a motorcycle. Yeah, I think you guys know what I'm saying. I don't have to be technically challenged on a motorcycle to have fun. In fact, I find it more stressful. Don't get me wrong. Last year in Arkansas, once again, I bring up the Arkansas trip because it was one of the best times I've ever had on a motorcycle. Riding the Ozarks up there was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, right? But I did it. I'm not drunk. I can't wait. It's not like I'm going to say I can't wait to go back to the Ozarks. I did it. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? I was, going around some of those turns, between 50 and 60 miles an hour on a 28-year-old 1,000-pound motorcycle with all my strapped to it everywhere. That was fun, but it was very stressful too. Not in a bad way. Not like, oh, I can't wait till we're done and I'm scared to death. No, it was just stressful. You guys know. Now, being back here, stuck behind a U-Haul going very slow and no trees covering the road. Yeah, this is kind of boring. I get that. But back here, like the stuff that I didn't record, I apologize to you, I guess, but that's the kind of stuff that I like. What do you think, baby?
No, I like it. I don't know if I would like a lot of hills and stuff, but I like just, like you said, the nicely paved roads. I like some curves, but not where it's all it is, because that's exhausting for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want just a perfectly straight road all the time, because that does get a little bit boring, but you can also get up to a really great speed too. So.
Yep. Now, keep in mind that we have two different levels of experience riding on these. I've been riding about 30 years. She's been riding for 9 months. So, for me, it's not. I had a comment. I actually thought about making a video called, you guys are going to beat me up for this, but sport bike riders are the biggest monkeys on the internet. And I say that from the bottom of my heart, because what I see is a sport bike riders, when they comment on your videos, they think they are the absolute king of two wheels. And I'll click on their link to their profile and go see what kind of videos they posted. And it's all the same, guys. Listen, before I go any further, I don't have this camera on. You do whatever makes you happy, man. But it's always the same dudes. The ones that dress up in that full leather, it's got your I know Harley guys wear leather, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like they're wearing a onesie made out of leather with a big old conical tubes coming out the back, whatever. But like this one guy, there's been four, but this one guy really stood out. It was a video of my wife riding this bike in the driveway, He said that's a great bike for novice or for amateurs, right? And I'm thinking, I click on his profile, and it's him and some friends, like 5 or 6. Maybe they're not friends. Maybe they're doing all these like super curvy roads really fast. And I'm thinking, this guy honestly believes that his way of riding is like some pinnacle award, in riding. And I'll tell you guys something. And you, whatever your name is, that doesn't interest me at all. I don't even look at that and say, wow, this guy's really good. I think, oh, that looks like ass. I never want to do that. I don't want to wear the leather ones. I don't want to get on a sport bike at all. I don't want to go rip up curves really fast. I mean, maybe that would be fun one time to say I did it, but it's like, I want to fire back with something like, tell me the last time you did an Iron Bud, or tell me the last time you did 3,000 miles in 4 days. It's not amateur riding, it's different riding. I'm not defending why I ride a cruiser, because I don't have to. It's just funny to me that the sport guys, they all make comments like that. Like, oh, you should have gotten return here. You should have gotten I don't know, VMAX. They're way faster. Yeah, they're way faster. And there's nowhere on any of my videos where I said, this is the fastest motorcycle on the history of planet Earth. No, I know what I got. I know what I have, and I know what it's meant for, and I use it that way. Like, oh, you should have got a MT-09 or... I think I'm really rambling on here to drive home the point. I think you guys get it. I don't want your stupid bike. I don't. I hate your bike. I want my stupid bike. I want her stupid bike. Actually, I don't.
Yeah.
That bike's annoying.
No, it's not.
Your bike's sus.
Just jealous.
I'm not jealous.
You should have got a Honda Shadow.
Oh, boy. We're fighting up here, and she's trying to throw us down.
There's not going to be any fighting because you're going to lose, so...
You ain't even wearing your chicken boots.
Oh, these probably hurt worse than those kickers.
Anyway, if I'm offended by anything that I just said in that long old diatribe, monologue, whatever, good. The message was probably for you. I don't hate your bike. It was just to drive a point home. I don't hate your bike. I do hate her, but I don't hate your bike. Your bike's mine. The whole point is, I don't want to ride your bike. I don't want to ride your style of riding. There are a lot of people out there who ride the same way I ride. Sure, so you might say, oh, you're riding like everybody else. Not everybody else, but Hondas are great motorcycles. Suzukis are great motorcycles. Kawasaki's, whatever. Triumph, you guys know I love all those motorcycles. But they don't have the same cool factor. They just don't. That's fact. And everybody loves talking, not everybody, but so many people love talking shit about Harley on the internet. And I do think it's out of jealousy. I talked about Harley before, but I was right. So let's go eat. We found this place last time called Hungry Harry's up in Land Lakes. Wonderfully natural smile that I got. It's a Sheldon Cooper smile right there. Man. My wife, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, great barbecue. It's a local spot. It's been open since '85, which doesn't sound like very old, but you start thinking about it, it's like, damn, it's 38 years old now. 38 years old. So, yep, I usually get sausage platter. You guys know how much I love the sausage. Spicy. Would you look at this? Look at this spread. You can have your arm in there. You got bacon potatoes. What we'll do here, I dumped a bunch of barbecue sauce here in the middle. Cut some up. I'll give you my official, thorough, comprehensive review.
Superb.
So this is the spot, Hungry Harry. This is the spot we stopped at.
And as you can see by the American flag on the roof over there, it's all American, just like my Harley Davidson is. No parts manufactured anywhere but the good old US of A. Now we're in Land O'Lakes, which is a land of many lakes, and there's one right over there. See, Minnesota comes out and says something like land of 10,000 lakes. In Florida, we stopped counting because there's just too many. I mean, half the state's underwater. This is her thigh bag, and it's supposed to go around the waist and around the thigh, but it's entirely too big. So she was wearing it as like a shoulder throw. That may be all right while you're riding. I just think while you're, which is not ideal because it's supposed to be set up to where you can just have it like that all the time.
I don't know if I could find a smaller one of these.
Yeah.
Like even this is kind of not tight.
Yeah. Now try it while you're riding, see how you like it. You might end up loving it.
So I'm in a little bit of a pickle, and by the time this video comes out, I will probably have made some decisions. So, back on the job thing a little bit. So I'm happy-ish at Birds, right? It's a sales job, so you don't really know from one day to the next if you're going to be making money or not. You know, it depends on your skills. It depends on the conversations you get into. February, I did really, really well, especially for my first month. It blew people's minds. And it's not just to say that I did a great job. I did do a good job. I know I'm a good salesperson, but at the same time, I did get a lot of ups. You know, people coming in that I'm just ready to buy. Mark I haven't been that fortunate where I've seen other new people that fortunate. So, but I do like it. I get to talk motorcycle. I get to ride so many different motorcycles every day and talk to people about I don't know, whatever. You know, but the shifts, the hours suck me. Like this is the last week of March coming into, and I may not take a day off this week because I need some more units out. And if I do go in on my day off, there's no guarantee I'm going to make money, so that kind of stresses me out too. Like, what if I sacrifice my Tuesday to go into work and I don't sell anything? I wasted the entire day, you know? But anyway, a long-winded way to get to the same point, but I want to do bars on this motorcycle pretty bad. And I know even with employee discounts, I'm still going to be spending a few $100s to do that. And that's doing it myself. But I've also been seriously considering getting an actual camera again. I used to use a Panasonic Lumix G7 because it was an affordable camera. It's not a DSLR, it was a mirrorless. It looks similar to DSLR, but it was very entry level. And even when I bought it back in 2017, it was $600, but had no image stabilization, no water resistance, no waterproof, nothing. So I didn't really care for how I had to hold my hand really still. Otherwise, you got a real shaky, real shaky image. But now I'm looking at something else that, about the same price. It's got some image stabilization. I don't know. I was talking to Shade Tree, and he was really kind of selling me on the idea. And I've always kind of thought about it. Anyway, I've been using for my off bike stuff. I've been using a DJI Osmo Action Cam, like the first one. Is this the road we came out of? Let's turn down this road. We'll wait for this car. How many miles you got on your odometer?
94.
All right. Well, we might be stretching yourself to the limit here.
Great.
This is not the road we came out of. I don't know. It's not a through street. Okay. Well.
Lovely. Huh?
All right. Well, let's turn around. Let's do a U-turn. If you can't get lost with your husband, who can you get lost with? Anyway, so I'm thinking about that, and that's, I'll be upfront with you guys, that's $700, the camera that I want. And bars with braided cables and wire extensions, whatever, that's going to be, I don't know, I'm figuring probably $400 or $500. So while I could say, screw it, and just spend $1,200 and knock them both out, I don't know that I want to. The Gold Wing sticker money is still in the bank. I haven't spent any of it. I'm still in this mode where I'm kind of scared. Like I have a little piece of money, but I don't know how this job is going to go long term. So I don't want to spend it. I don't want to be irresponsible and buy myself, because we've been in positions in the past where we've had to decide if we were going to pay mortgage that month or get groceries. I don't want to be back in that spot. And just because I had a great February doesn't mean that every month is going to be great. I don't know. So I'm kind of nervous about, do I spend this money on these kinds of things, or are things going just fine and I should leave well enough alone? I mean, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I may have already made the decision by the time this video comes out, like I said. So anyway, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it. If you made it this far in the video, I know there's a lot of rambling in here. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. All right, I'm gonna enjoy, since I've been rambling so much on this video, I'm gonna enjoy the scenery with my wife, and yeah, we'll catch you down the road.
Y'all, that's going to wrap this video up. This one, I'm surprised actually that I was able to fit a video this long into one afternoon ride with the wife, but we had a lot to say. And no, I don't really hate your motorcycle. I hope you got the intent of what I was saying. I do love most motorcycles out there, and there's a lot of different ways to ride them. I can appreciate all of them, even if many styles of riding aren't anything that I'm interested in. But anyway, yeah, so thanks for coming along for this video and for all videos. And until next time, we'll see you later.